lost 10 friends.
10?
I was the only one that made it to 30.
Are there people that come here who are living on the streets?
Yes.
This is a very challenging field. It's not for the weak.
How was your schizophrenia holding you back?
Like, I would hear voices.
Does that not make people want to give it all up?
You'll be surprised what you're able to do when you have no other choice.
I had a buddy in high school who was homeless for a while. Actually, one of my close buddies in high school, and then we kind of grew apart. We didn't really talk to each other much anymore, and he died. Boom, just like that. He went down a path that I wasn't able to follow, with drugs, and I'm sure that plays a part too. And I just didn't want to go down that path. And I heard a couple years later that he became homeless, and then next thing you know, he died. And yeah, of course I asked myself, is there anything I could have done? That actually may very well be playing a part as to why I'm doing this today. And I didn't even think about it until now. Yeah. I'm on my way to Sasha Bruce Youthwork. Sasha Bruce's main thing is helping to empower youth in the DC area. A lot of youth, unfortunately, are unhoused. 2025, we're almost in 2026. What's the root cause that we can get to? I do truly believe that the biggest problems that we have in our society, we're able to best solve those problems if we get the people who are closest to the problem a voice. So it's 2 days before Thanksgiving. They're having a Thanksgiving dinner today with some participants in the program and members of the staff. I'm hoping to speak to a couple people who have been participants in the program, just kind of learn a little bit more about this issue, because honestly, I just don't know anything about it. It's weird when you see the Capitol building and then across the street are homeless encampments, It's it's happening right here. No one wants that to happen. So what's the solution that everyone can agree on? What do we do? And I don't think there's a one-stop solution to everything. But if I was going to make a guess, community has got to be the biggest solution, I think. Knowing someone cares about you gives you so much strength and so much power to want to get through the day. And I think the closer knit your community could be, the better. So my community right now, the thing that's most important to me right now is my wife and my kids. That's my little community. That's my reason for doing well. It's because I know I have to support them. But it's fulfilling, If you just feel stressed out all day, oh my gosh, I need to do well, otherwise my wife and my kids will starve. You won't find fulfillment or happiness or joy in that. You'll just be stressed out. And I think I'm trying to figure out where's the balance between I need to go do this because I want to be a good member of my little community and fulfill my role, whatever that may be, and also having a change of character so that it's not I have to go do that thing. I just become someone who does that thing because I like to do that thing, because I could see it through to the end and I understand the benefits of it. But it doesn't drive me nuts that I have to convince myself to do it every single day. I just do it because I want to, because it feels weird when I don't. And then when you do that every single day, you start to become someone who makes better choices. You start to become someone who's stronger. But again, there's the community aspect of if I'm not doing well, I do have my wife that I could talk to, and she's the best support ever. Having support is crucial. One, because it offers you guidance, but it also holds yourself, accountable too. That's how it is for me. So again, this is just a guess, but I would think that one of the biggest things that Sasha Bruce Youthwork can do, is to give people a sense of community and belonging. And maybe I could have done that better for my buddy. I think about that all the time. Gotta pay for parking first. Flo?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Javi. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Thanks for having me. I know
I'm
it's
excited.
kind of a lot. I know you guys got a ton going on this week and everything.
Yeah. Troy.
It's up to you. What's your name again? I'm sorry?
My name's Troy.
Troy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Nice to meet you. You volunteer? Okay, cool. For how long?
It's been 2 years.
2 years? Okay.
Yeah. How long you been doing the video?
I've been making videos for a lot of different nonprofit organizations for Like 10 years,
Yeah,
something like
absolutely.
that. Let me give you a mic. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. This has been a big help to me.
Yeah.
I never kind of seen myself giving back to people.
So you got this room and
Yeah.
that room.
And we can, this basically right here is like where they would come at when they just want to chill, talk.
hang out.
This is where they would come wash clothes if they need to.
Bathroom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This right here is the case manager's office.
Okay.
This one right here is like a group room. We do daily life skill groups in here and stuff like that. And this right here is lockers. Like if they need somewhere to put their stuff, because it's hard in the community right now, so we definitely understand.
How did you get involved then? Like,
How did
as a
I get?
volunteer?
I was a client here before. I was a client when I was 22. I'm 31 now. What gave me hope is just like they didn't give up on me. That continuous push, like coming from them, I have the support. I know I can do this. There's no need to get stuck right now.
Right.
Back here is a computer lab. The youth will come, fill out applications, come in here and unwind sometimes, We got like quotes up on the wall, so when you walk through.
The age of the youth that come through here.
18 to 24.
What's the typical situation, I guess, for like the youth from 18 to 24 to be when they come through the doors?
It'd just be like they need help with housing or they need like an ID. We actually have ID vouchers to help them.
I guess there's like a wide range of like help that people might need.
Yeah.
Right? Some people might need more help than others.
Absolutely. Yeah. You got a lot of people that will come in here for like housing. A lot of people will just come in here for sheltering or just the hygiene, basic needs, everyday needs, People come in here for like different problems, but a lot of them, somehow they end up wanting to get the help therapy.
I bet a lot of people, and tell me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
they might come through here and they don't feel like anyone has listened to them.
Absolutely.
And this might be like the first place, right?
I was one of those people. Like therapy helped me out. Therapy helped me a lot because I wanted somebody to listen to me. Like you said, listening to somebody is always good. There's nothing wrong with communicating, socializing,
So like when you go to therapy, was it just like someone was there listening to you, or were you able to like receive counsel and then take steps to do something different?
Yeah, I was able to like learn how to like cope, like confidence, like to believe in myself. Like I was at a point where I didn't believe in myself, and just by me speaking to a therapist and just talking to him, like that helped a lot. Like get off my shoulders, build myself back up, like where I needed to be. I don't recommend therapy to anybody. I will always recommend it. Like you don't have to be embarrassed about it. Somebody could be going through exactly what you're going through.
Right. I want to like walk away with steps to take to improve my life.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping to talk to Flo for a little bit too. I don't know if she's.
We can check it out. Okay. We can check it out.
Flo, you said you're from Silver Spring.
Yes, Silver Spring. When I was 17, I moved out and I ended up getting an apartment in DC. I was working and going to school and I ended up losing my apartment. Sasha Bruce was one of the first things that popped up. I stumbled across their drop-in center on Google and I came in here and that kind of started the process with me receiving services from Sasha Bruce.
What's the 30-second elevator pitch for Sasha Bruce?
We are one of the largest youth-serving homelessness organizations in Washington, D.C. We work with youth and young adults. We do everything from wraparound services to housing, to connections to education, connections to workforce development. And we also work returning youth back to their families and making sure that family dynamic is strong.
Are there people that come here who are like living on the streets? Like they,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and it's a lot more common than you think. People think chronic homelessness is for adults or older people or people with drug issues, but that's not the case, especially now in these times where shelter capacity is so limited.
Did y'all ever find yourself living on the streets?
Absolutely. I was on the streets. I slept in abandoned buildings with my daughter. So yeah, it definitely did get like that. But like Flo said, tough times don't last long.
The cost of living in DC is crazy.
Absolutely.
Someone who is living on the streets, like the actual streets, it's hard for people who do have a full-time job to be able to afford to live here. And it's like, how can I get from here to there? But y'all were able to do it. Like it's a miracle. Like,
DC is very resource rich, connectivity poor. When you're living on the streets, you're pretty much an invisible person to the rest of the world. And DC is a very hustle and bustle city, so if you're not in the game, you're kind of forgotten about sometimes. Right. The resources are there. It's just how do we get these people connected to the resources and making sure that they have the supports they need to be able to maintain the housing that they get so that we can try to make sure that young people are having a place to stay. But things have been tough. A lot of people, mental health has touched their family in some way or some capacity.
Yes.
So even if it hasn't affected you directly, maybe it's affected a loved one that you have, and you can see the effects of how that takes a toll on the whole family, or how that takes a toll on that one person, and be able to get them help.
I just got done speaking with Flo and Troy. When I think of someone who's homeless, it's really hard to get yourself out of that situation from what I understand. And so that's why organizations like Sasha Bruce are so crucial, because you have a community here of people who are pulling for you. And if you need something, we can give you the resources so you can be successful. And that's incredible. So I really want to learn more about that. Let's say like you're able to wave a magic wand. Homelessness is not an issue, like hunger is not an issue. What steps would we have to take in order to make that happen?
One is we need better mental health services. Make sure that everyone is able to be in stable housing and like wave that magic wand. What does crisis intervention look like when people are having mental health crises? What does that look like? How do we get them connected to services faster and make sure that they're of quality?
What do you think is a preconceived notion or
Stereotype.
there you go, yeah, that people have like about like the homeless community that is just not true?
I think that people are just lazy. They don't want to be helped. The problem is so big, and like that there's nothing that we can do about it. You know, like homelessness is always going to be a thing. Mm-hmm. That is so false. The government shut down. People really felt the weight of, wow, like this can happen to anybody. This can happen to us.
Why do people think that? Like, why does that stereotype exist? That's just like, oh, like they're just lazy.
I think because people don't take the time to really like.
They just don't know them.
They just don't know them. Yeah. And like if you see someone in the streets, the first thing you think is, oh, they're on drugs. But a lot of times it's mental health issues versus a drug issue.
Right.
That person is talking to themselves on the street because of a mental health issue versus that they're high. But drugs for a lot of time are coping mechanisms because people have such high levels of trauma or lack stable housing or things like that. So they resort to other ways to be able to deal with what comes with living on the street. Can you imagine having to go to a job interview, but your clothes are at one point in the city, but in order to shower, you have to go to a drop-in center that's on another side of the city, and then your interview is on another side of the city? Like, it can be such a daunting process that it makes it easier to just say, I'm not doing it,
right.
You know?
Yeah. I think to myself, like, this is how hard college was for me. This is how hard my job was for me. This is how hard, like, having kids. But, like, I didn't have to do any of those things and be homeless at the same time. I can't imagine trying to live a normal life that in itself costs stress, and also have this other huge stress of,
where am I going tonight?
Yeah, like, where am I going to sleep tonight? Like,
yeah.
Does that not just make people want to just give it all up?
You'll be surprised what you're able to do when you have no other choice. Your body and the mind, the way it works is just so amazing, because you would think, yeah, it's just such an impossible task, but when it's your only option, you figure out ways to make it work.
So is that what you went through personally?
Yeah, for sure. But just having someone who's positive, I think really made the difference for me.
So your family, do you still keep in contact?
Yeah, we still keep in contact. My brother had some severe mental health issues, so my parents just had to deal with a lot. So
Gotcha.
It was my homelessness situation, I like to call self-inflicted, but I knew I needed my own mental sanity. I needed to have that separation and do what I needed to do for myself.
How old were you when you came to?
18, and I'm 26 now, so I've been here ever since.
Gotcha. Do you like your job? Like,
oh, I love it. I love
and you do this
what
full time, right?
Yep,
Okay.
Yep, I do this full time. I'm in school at UDC. I'm in school to get my social work degree.
Well, do you know is there anyone else that would be interested in
Yeah.
Give me your name all the time.
Tristan.
Tristan? Okay. Did you grow up in DC?
No, I grew up in Tennessee.
So when did you come to DC?
When I was 18, yeah, my dad kicked me out. And when I moved here, I was homeless. I went to the Sasha Bruce program, and now I've got my own apartment.
Did you ever feel like hopeless at times? Like,
Yeah, when I first got here, I had a phone, used the internet, and I looked up shelters near me. I'm also on YouTube. I make music videos.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so I kind of want to excel my music career.
Yeah, can I see? I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, let me see. What do you rap about?
Life.
It's life. Did you do the editing?
No, my friend does the edits. No. I'm new to that.
Editing's hard. Yeah. How long did it take you to write it?
Man,
stuff, that was sick.
Some stuff I write takes like 5 minutes. And then others take
just
like,
get it all down.
Like an hour or two.
How you were kicked out when you were 18, and how'd you get past that?
How did I get past it?
Yeah.
I don't really get angry. It's more like,
that's good.
I just understand where everyone's coming from.
Right.
And I just isolate myself. So by leaving, I isolated myself.
Do you feel like this community here has helped you?
I used to be in here homeless as well. Yeah. So I understand where the youth is coming from.
Yeah.
And with my position,
I could just like excel them to want to be greater. And like by even them just watching me go from homeless to not homeless.
Right. What is something that you feel like is misunderstood about homeless youth?
The real story behind why they're homeless. They just see a bunch of youth outside smoking. But in our reality, all those youth probably have mental health issues or something deeper. Depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, bipolar.
Are any of those things something that you had to overcome yourself?
Yeah, I used to have schizophrenia. I used to have real bad schizophrenia. Like I would hear voices.
Wow.
Like I still take medicine for it.
How was your schizophrenia holding you back?
Man, it was so hard to focus. Like you would be talking to me right now, and in my head I would be hearing some other voices.
What would they be saying?
Negative things mainly, like, go jump out a window.
Really?
Yeah, it gets deep. Like, they put me in a psych ward several times.
Wow.
Working with youth, and particularly homeless youth and youth that are challenged and things like that, is the most impactful thing I've ever done in my life. I've done a lot of different things, but this is the most meaningful. At a certain point in life, you have to give back.
What is something that people get wrong about your clientele? Like, what do people get wrong?
I don't care what kind of relationship you have with your parents, you had a foundation. Without a foundation, you're wanderless, okay? A lot of people want to say, oh, they can help themselves. Pull your bootstraps up and make the best out of it. But if you don't have this, that foundation, you never quite recover. Nothing is normal in their upbringing. And you don't understand that because you've never been placed in that situation. These kids are survivors. A lot of them are on their own at an incredibly young age. Unless you've lived it, you don't understand it. You really don't.
What's the biggest learning that you experienced that maybe you might not have expected?
I'm just shocked and amazed at the talents and the gifts these kids have. And if it wasn't because of certain circumstances, then these kids would be stars, okay? They're stars now. When you have so many roadblocks and you've been kicked down so many times, you stop believing in yourself. Our job is to restore that light in their eyes. Community plays a part in it. It comes down to your parents, your father and mother, and how you were raised and what you put into your child. I think it's family upbringing. That's the start, that's the foundation. Without it, the road is not so easy.
My dad, he was born in Mexico in a barn. So he grew up in poverty. And then he immigrated to the United States and he was drafted during the Vietnam War. My mom, she was a single mom with twins, with my brother and sister. And then they found each other. And they got married. And in one generation, I like now I'm here and I'm doing great. I guess the only reason I'm saying that is to say I agree.
All kids need is love and attention. It could be one parent to break the chain.
Right.
The chain of poverty, the chain, and to give your child a better opportunity. But the chain has to be broken for that to succeed. And then upcoming generations build on that. And that's the American dream. And you're living it. I'm living it. I've got 3 kids.
You believe in the American dream?
Of course I believe in the American dream. That's why so many people come to this country, because it is viable. It's not easy, but it's viable. You have an opportunity here, and millions have enjoyed it. I firmly believe that. I have 3 kids. Thank goodness, and I don't mean to brag on them, but one's a lawyer. My other one works for Tesla in the corporation, and my daughter has a master's in education.
Wow.
I'm happy. It seems like I've fulfilled my destiny. And this is what I want for these kids. A lot of these roles I fulfill for these kids, I'm their father, I'm their grandfather, I'm their crazy uncle, I'm all of it. I'm gonna fill in all the blanks because that's what they need and that's what they don't have in their lives.
I'm sure that there's a lot of emotional moments, a lot of wins, a lot of losses in your job. You see a lot of things that other people don't see. How do you stay focused to make sure that you're focused on results and on success and on the kids and not let yourself become overly frustrated?
I understand. This is a very challenging field. It's not for the weak, okay? But you have to have a certain balance. When I go home, I try to detach myself as much as I can. This field is a high burnout rate. You can't take it home. You have to self-care. I do different things over the weekend. Then Sunday evening, I'm getting my mindset, and Monday morning, I'm ready. You can't help but be affected. And I'm going to tell you something that still affects me. I've been here 10 years, maybe 7 or 8 clients have passed away through different circumstances. And I don't want to dwell too much on that, but that affects me because I've known these kids 3 or 4 years, and now they're gone, and these are young people. I don't want to get too emotional, but that bothers me.
A lot of people are in certain types of situations because of things that are out of their control.
Exactly.
What things do you feel like the youth do control that can help them?
I let them know that their life is in their hands now. You're a grown adult now. You're a young person. If you start to do what we ask you to do and improve your life, you have a good work ethic, your life will change. This will be nothing but a memory, but it starts right now. You're 20. If you do what you're supposed to do, by 25 or even earlier, your life will be completely different. You won't even know yourself. I try to give them hope. I don't want you to procrastinate because 25 turns into 30 in the blink of an eye. The longer you wait, the harder the road is. It's just common sense.
How has this job changed you?
This job has changed me because I recognize my impact on kids. I'm good at what I do, not trying to sound egotistical, but I'm confident. It's changed me because I know I can make a difference. I'm making a difference now. Like I said, it's incremental changes. Life doesn't change in leaps and bounds. You don't realize how far you've gone until you look back and say, I'm making some progress. And that's all we can ask. A lot of these clients, just because of their circumstances, they're a little hard on themselves. They don't think things will ever change. I'm saying you're young to be so pessimistic. Stop. You got the whole world in front of you. Things will change, but I need you to do this, this, this.
How does it feel to see kids change despite the life that they've been given? How does it feel to see that?
It's the greatest feeling in the world. That's why I'm here. I'm not an enabler. I don't want you to stay in the same position. I want to make a viable difference. I have a problem if I've known you for years and you're stuck in the same place. That means something's not happening. We're not progressing. We need to revisit and find out what's going on because we should be meeting our goals and commitments. If not, then we need to revisit things and we need to come up with a plan B and C.
If you could wave a magic wand and create an environment where youth homelessness, youth hunger is no longer an issue anymore, what would have to happen in order for that to be true?
A magic wand, and that's what it's going to take.
Yeah.
It's going to have to start with society. We have to take care of each other, and we're not doing it today, and it's getting worse and worse. So I just want an equal playing field and everyone to have the same opportunity. If we have all of that, we'll be okay. That's what I dream, and that's what I hope for.
What does equal opportunity look like?
To me, equal opportunity represents equal education, just a fair playing field.
Yeah.
That's all. But it's not fair out here. Right. This is a hard world, and it's not a perfect world. And we just have to accept that and do the best that we can.
Thank you for talking to me.
No, thank you. The pleasure's all mine.
I'll let you get back to what you got going on.
All right, thank you all.
All right, cool. Okay, so remind me where you grew up. You grew up here?
I grew up in Washington, D.C. I was homeless with my daughter at one point. It's just a lot.
You said you were homeless with your daughter.
Yeah.
What did that look like?
I mean, on a day-to-day basis, like with my daughter, sometimes it would be cold nights, hypothermia weather. We'll be in the abandoned building with my daughter. I will find somewhere that's warm for me and my daughter to get out the way, you know, and don't be in harm's way. As long as she can sleep and eat, I'm okay with that. You know, sometimes I will come up here and get a meal and just pack an extra meal for her. I wasn't really comfortable coming out, like telling people like, yeah, me and my daughter be homeless. I was very embarrassed about it. I didn't want anybody judging me. When I did come out about it, I got the help that I needed. I grew up in a broken family. My family not always wanting to listen to me, but I had times that I was being rebellious. Everybody did. At that age, being rebellious, didn't want to listen. I always needed somebody to listen. I always wanted my family to feel like a family to me. When I came to Sasha Bruce, I met a community that treats me like family. Of course, I don't forget about the family that I come from, but I look at the family that I created.
Right, right.
If I didn't come to Sasha Bruce, I wouldn't have never knew anything about creating families that people that you don't know.
Are there attributes about Sasha Bruce that you're now going to take and apply into your family, like with your daughter?
Absolutely, like how to communicate with people more better, how to socialize with people in a way to not make them feel like they're being judged. But I'm telling them my story, but they also can just say, wow, he been through the same thing I've been through. He's just older than me, so.
Right. It's something that I'm trying to learn right now is how do I communicate something with someone and not sound like a jerk?
Yeah,
like I'm always
absolutely.
like, how do I explain my thought process in a way that
It will be like, okay, somebody can do something. You could just be like, yeah, that's stupid or something like that. Like, why would you do that? That don't make sense.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just like now you can go up to anybody, have a conversation with anybody, and they can just go like this. Hey, I don't think what you're doing right now is the smartest thing to do.
Right.
Mindset over emotions. Mindset over emotions, emotional regulation. Because, you know, a lot of people out here, they don't know how to control their emotions. But I feel like once you know how to control your emotions, man or woman, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable as long as you know how to control your emotions.
I did therapy as well for a little bit, and like my whole thing was I don't need to talk about this. I like suppressing those emotions, like those feelings is the right thing to do. Like just like ignore it and like put those things that happen to you behind you and just don't talk about it. Is that something that you had to overcome? How'd you get past that?
It's just something that gotta be within you. Like I really want to change. I really want to change. It was like me looking ahead to the future. I wasn't working at one point, you know, and I'm just like, maybe I need to stay busy, like you told me earlier. I got a 6-year-old daughter now, but at the time she probably was like 3, 4. This little girl, she didn't ask to be here, and I got to do what I got to do, you know?
So there are some things that people are born with, you know, like schizophrenia,
Yes,
like that type of mental health.
Yeah.
And there's also a lot of mental health issues that develop because of a person's environment.
Yep.
What do you think are those things in a person's environment that cause mental health issues?
The violence, like the violence. In different neighborhoods, you got ongoing verbal abuse towards each other. That can impact a person's mental. The constant death that just goes on around like different neighborhoods. I lost 10 friends, you know?
10?
Like, yeah, 10.
Oh my gosh.
And we all used to joke about just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the first one to make it to 30. Now I look at it, it's like I was kind of the only one that made it to 30.
Wow.
So, you know, it's just a lot that can impact your mental. Then
What could we do to help make a better environment for everyone?
just put more resources around. Put more resources around. Encourage people to go and actually reach out to these resources and stuff like that. But to be able to reach out to the youth, you got to reach out to them like one by one. I would have never probably gotten the help if I never came to Sasha Bruce.
Right. I want to go check it out downstairs.
Yeah, we got a lot of food down. All right. This all right?
Oh shoot. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Let me see, you want to get in the kitchen?
Yeah.
All right, come on. My bad, excuse me. He just want, all right, so basically,
Just post up somewhere in here, Tommy.
Yeah, I got you.
Absolutely.
And is this like every Thanksgiving y'all do something like that?
yeah.
So behind you.
Hey, y'all don't mind them getting some chocolate.
Say that one more
I say
time.
these meals make their day.
Oh yeah, you think so? Yeah. Did you have like a traditional Thanksgiving growing up?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. So when you came here, was it pretty significant for you?
Yes, absolutely.
Did it like click for you all of a sudden? Like this is what it's all about. This is why people enjoy
Yeah,
it.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Are you done?
I'm getting nervous.
I can keep going if you.
Man, keep going. Go ahead.
Like I realize I write when I'm like really upset. So like whoever's
Yes,
gonna.
that's important. As soon as you feel yourself getting riled up, paper and pen, paper to pen.
Okay.
Because honestly, you could write a book.
Right.
You could be an author.
What I'm afraid of
You know
is
what
like my descendants are gonna be like that dude. He just complains all the time. He's like,
Absolutely,
every
yeah.
single. I've tried to add more positive stuff in there too. So like
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
do die and someone reads this, they don't think I was just a train
Yeah,
wreck.
thing about journaling, add the plot, but add the good part because you don't want to make it a negative thing. That's important too. Anything that you journal, have it so you're like telling a story. You're not just, I feel like this because no, like really
That's exactly
get
what it
into
sounds like.
detail. Say like, well, this is what I learned and this is how I'm gonna move forward.
Today's your first day.
Yes.
What has brought you here?
Oh wow, that's a long story.
If it's not too insensitive,
No. Okay, let's start from the parents. Long story short, my mother passed on when I was 5, and my father was
Not really in my life. He was a bit abusive, physically abusive growing up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I had to survive on my own at the age of 16. I'm currently 19. At the age of 16, I moved out of my parents' home, started living with my grandmother, taking care of them. But I was very immature. I was still learning a lot. I was still processing a lot. When I would encounter people, I was just really angry. I was very shy, and because I was going through so much, anytime someone would irritate me or get under my skin or whatever, I would lash out. I would journal. I would sing. I would write poetic lyrics about stuff that I've been through or how I feel, or just adding stuff from experience. It helped me be a little less hostile with people, and my family put me in a position where they're like, you have to figure this out on your own. I wasn't treating people right. It was almost as if the way I've been treated, I took a lot of that and was treating people like that. And I don't want to do that because I'm a very caring person. I'm a very sweet person. For someone who struggles with mental health too, getting more vulnerable.
You said that it's important to be vulnerable. Why do you think it's important to be vulnerable? How does that help with healing?
You know, my entire life, I have struggled with guarding how I feel or guarding what I have to say because I'm too concerned about the next person thoughts. And that has, again, the anger, the hostility that came out of me. And people are like, you're doing too much. I would break trust and people don't want to be involved with me. And that's kind of why I ended up in a situation like this. But I've learned to accept things for what it is, learn from it and grow. Instead of just saying, no, I'm not. You don't understand. I've been through this. Just keep pushing. Be that type of person that's like, okay, I've been through this and I'm 10 times better now. And it shows. You know what I mean? That was a lot.
No. I feel like I constantly need to like prove myself over and over again. Where it's just like, and so I'm like selling myself like, no, it has to work because of this. It has to work because of this. It has to work because
And
of this.
people are looking at you like you're crazy.
Yes.
You have issues.
Right.
And it drives you nuts because it feels lonely.
Right.
That's
Has it been
everything.
twice?
It's
Oh,
nice
dang.
to meet you.
Good to meet
What's
you
your
too.
name?
Javi. What an incredible group of people. I'll talk more about this in the car, but I'm just blown away by people who, I'm walking the wrong way. I'm blown away by people who go through something as traumatic as being homeless and then decide to dedicate their life to fixing that issue for other people. It's incredible. I really hope that my car didn't get towed because I paid for parking. I'm not sure if I put in the right license plate. Oh, hey, look at that. I'm good. Every single person I talked to today talked about how community is so important. Troy put this perfectly. Just the fact that someone is watching you as an example to them makes you want to step up and do better. And I feel like that can kind of be twisted nowadays because I almost feel like we're entering kind of like this weird phase of being non-judgmental. It's really important to be open-minded, but it's also okay to hold people accountable to do good. And I'm not saying like you get to define what a good person is, but accountability is a good thing. And that comes from a sense of community. What's been proven is that isolation could wreak havoc on someone's mind. Some people are like, I'm speaking my truth. There's a lot of validity to that. But when it becomes, I'm just gonna do me, I'm only doing me, I'm isolating myself, so many times you kind of, in a roundabout way, lose yourself because we need others. And you connect with yourself better when you're with other people. After today, I feel more clarity for me, ironically, because I was speaking to them, because I was learning from them. We even talked about writing things down in a journal. That's obviously better than nothing. Might be better to send a letter, like that would help too. But anyways, my point is like community is, it's just crucial. I'm sure there's a lot of data to back that up too. I'm really glad I went. I'm gonna be thinking about that trip for a long time.